Following is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed or products endorsed are not necessarily those of KTOV, its staff, or management.
It's time now for the Clara Luper Show. Stay tuned and don't touch your dial.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and don't you dare miss the show today because it's going to be red hot. Today's show is being made possible by the advertisers on the Clara Luper Radio Show. Robert Gates of Gates Barbershop, located at 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. If you need a haircut, rush to Gates Barbershop. They are open today for your convenience. Gates Barbershop, 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue. I know we are getting ready for the spring break in Oklahoma City. I do have some good news for you. Johnson Shadina's Preschool and Nursery, located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street and 2611 North Martin Luther King, they are now taking applications for special care, special educational care for your children during the spring break. That's Johnson Shardina's Preschool and Nursery, located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. Now, what you better do is to call them 424-4656. Call Mrs. Gloria Matthews and tell her all about it. And they are now taking applications. I know during the spring break you're worried about your children. Don't worry anymore because Johnson Shardina's Preschool and Nursery is now taking applications. Well, today is a very special day. And today's program is dedicated to Miss Oklahoma City, Bernice Cooksey, and Miss Oklahoma County, Tania Austin. I want you to stay tuned. It is a fact that on last Saturday night, Bernice Cooksey's granddaughter, Tamika Cooksey, Milton and Dolores' son. Oh my gracious! Milton and Dolores' daughter was crowned Miss Black Oklahoma City on last Saturday night. Tamika Cooksey, the beautiful daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Milton Cooksey. Miss Tania Austin was crowned Miss Black Oklahoma, the beautiful daughter of Omega and James Austin. And that was quite an occasion, and we are dedicating our program to them. And today I'm hoping that I can hear from both Tamika and Tania. Dr. A.L. Dow would like to congratulate Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County. And if you need your eyes tested, don't worry anymore. Just go into Dr. Dow's office, 934 Northeast 8th Street, and he will take care of you. The telephone number is 235-0536. Congratulations to Miss Black, Oklahoma City, Tamika Cooksey, Miss Black, Oklahoma County, Tania Austin, from Dr. A.L. Dow and his son, Al. These two ladies will be going to Lawton, Oklahoma, June the 14th through the 21st to represent their city and their county. Johnson Shardina's join in congratulating Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County. You remember at the big pageant last week, which was a complete sellout, Mrs. Gloria Matthews, the hospitality chairperson for Miss Black Oklahoma City, welcomed all of you to the pageant. And she still extends that welcome. Even down to Lawton, Oklahoma, she would like to see all of you there. Congratulations to Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County from Discount Carpet and Furniture, located at 501 Northwest 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You talking about some bargains. They have some bargains this week that are available to you all on 23rd and Western. What I want you to do, I want you to go in there and I want you to look at the carpet. You will not be able to beat the price of the carpet any place in town. Go to Discount Carpet and Furniture, 501 Northwest 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Today's program is dedicated to two beautiful young ladies that will represent you, the fabulous people of Oklahoma City and Oklahoma County in Lawton, Oklahoma, June the 14th through the 21st. Now, the pageant will be held on June the 21st at 7:30 in Lawton, Oklahoma. They are working on the mirror, and we couldn't get in there this year, but we certainly will be in Lawton. Now, those of you that want to go to Lawton, you better see those young ladies and get you some tickets, because the people in Lawton are really supporting the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. And I would like to thank every one of you for your support. You came out in large numbers Saturday night, and oh, thank you so much. Miss Popularity was Tania Austin. Miss Congeniality, selected by the girls, was that beautiful, beautiful Miss Frazier. Thank you, Keith, and thanks to all of the pages and the escorts that participated in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. And many of those pages and escorts are on their way to participate in the state. Dr. A.L. Dow sends congratulations and continues to send congratulations to all of you. Nathaniel Cobb said, call me at 424-1591, and I'll change those beautiful pictures in the video where you can sit up and watch your children. And those of you that attended Shelley's welcome and reception, you continue to talk about, oh, that was so beautiful to see Shelley through the years. Now that's 424-1591. You can call that number and you can fix yours up. Yes, I'm talking about my children. I'm talking about Tamika Cooksey and Tania Austin. I'm talking about the Miss Black Oklahoma family that will be representing Oklahoma City. Now, those of you in Oklahoma City, you cannot sit back and say, well, we aren't doing anything. You get behind these young ladies. Let me tell you, Tamika is a member of Avery Chapel AME Church and a student at Northeast High School, and I know that Avery Chapel and those African Methodist Episcopal people will be supporting her. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I want you to get behind our young people and encourage them. Yes, I want you to encourage them, but I want you to tell them the truth. Tell them that life is tough out here. And many of us make mistakes, but when you fail, sometime when you fall down, just fall on your back and look up and you will get up. Some difficult days ahead of us, but I know that we will be able to face them because of you. Tamika Cooksey. And I know this will be a great time in Zeta Land today because Bernice Cooksey, a member of the Zeta Phi Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta sorority, will be attending sorority meeting today. And I know the Zetas will be congratulating her on her beautiful granddaughter. It is time for us to recognize our young people. Tamika and Tania, thank you so very, very kindly for being a part of Miss Black Oklahoma's family. And that's a large family, a family that continues to grow. day by day. That family, that Miss Black Oklahoma family. I'm talking about the real Miss Black Oklahoma. We don't have to imitate and we don't have to try to act like anybody else. All we have to do is to be ourselves. Now, you want to know who's participating in the Miss Black Oklahoma State pageant? Well, in Cameron University, Antoinette Joyner will be representing that university. Duncan, Oklahoma, Ashley Young. Wellston, Oklahoma, Darshise Wallace. Midwest City, Donna Kirk. Oklahoma City, Tamika Cooksey. In Oklahoma County, Tania Austin, Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and that's something to get a young lady from Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Agnes Smith. From McCurtain County, Ann Owens. From Cleveland County, Erica T. Miles. Now, tonight, we're all going to Tulsa to see Tulsa select that young lady that will be representing them. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, that pageant will start at exactly 7:30 at the Greenwood Center. I think it's somewhere in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, I know Mrs. Gloria Matthews, Mrs. Bosie Walker, Mrs. Leola Ford, Miss Cramisha LaCrosse, and others will be going to Tulsa. Now, be sure and get there on time because that pageant will start at exactly 7:30 and be held on Greenwood. Muskogee will be selecting their representative. OSU, as I told you last week, selected their young lady, beautiful young lady from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Terrence Shannon. Southwestern will soon be selecting theirs, the University of Central Oklahoma, Ardmore, Langston University, Britton, Clinton, Guthrie, Job Corps, and Spencer. This is it's too late to select pages, but you still have time from some of the cities that we don't have representatives to select someone to represent your city. Now the big question is, why is this so important? It's important because of the scholarships that we have available. I'm very happy to report to you, and I will be telling you in details next week about the scholarships, but I better tell you now that Oklahoma University has decided to give a $1,000 tuition-free scholarship to the top 10. Langston University is matching that. Oklahoma State University is giving us $2,000 worth of scholarships. And every major university in Oklahoma is just about giving us a scholarship. Not only that, Sonic's giving a $500 cash award. McDonald's giving us a $500 cash award. And we're talking about the awards to be given in Miss Black, Oklahoma. Marilyn Hildred and Shelley Luper are given a $500 scholarship on behalf of their All-State agency. And let's see, Mrs. Letty Ruth Hunter is continuing that $200 scholarship. Mr. Anderson is giving the Seward Anderson scholarship. Oh, and Mrs. Freddie Stevens giving a $500 scholarship. Mrs. Gloria Griffin is giving a scholarship. And those of you that are hungry to give scholarships, call me today. We are talking about young ladies that will be competing for scholarships. And I would like to congratulate these young ladies and wish them the best of luck. I have a beautiful young lady on the line, and what is your name?
My name is Tamika Cooksey.
Tamika, I'm dedicating my entire program to you and to Nia today. And I want to be the first one on the air to congratulate you for winning Miss Black Oklahoma City.
Thank you.
Now, the first place, I remember you last year, you were our page, Miss Black Oklahoma City's page, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you get involved in the page program?
I was involved in the page program because I felt that it would be a good experience as far as pageantry is concerned, and I would get to meet new people, and I would get the opportunity that a lot of other young females don't get to participate in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant.
Now, did the Page program help you to win Miss Black Oklahoma City?
Yes, I believe it did. When I was in the Page program, I learned how to be more outgoing. I learned a lot more confidence, and I learned how to be self-disciplined. And I feel that those are qualities that helped me win the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant.
Okay, now let me congratulate you again for winning the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. Now, how did you feel about after you won the pageant? How did you feel?
I felt that all my hard work had paid off. I knew that I was confident at the beginning of the pageant, and when I won, I knew that I was sure of myself. I knew that I had done the things that I was taught to do, and I knew that I had done them well.
Okay, now, people are still talking about your talent. What was the name of your talent?
I did a dramatic interpretation entitled Millie's Mother's Red Dress.
How has that affected you?
The dramatic interpretation, Millie's Mother Red Dress, was about a mother and a daughter, and they had a very tight bond, and she was getting ready to die, so she was telling her lessons that she had taught her, and some of them were wrong, so she was correcting them before she died. And that hit close to home to me because me and my mother have a very tight bond also, and my mother is growing older in age, and I know that one day she will die, as we all will. And my mother has taught me a lot in her lifetime, and it hit home because me and my mother are so close. And she never takes time for herself. She's always trying to teach her children or do community service and do a lot for the church and her family. And so that really hit home with me because as the mother in the dramatic interpretation never took time for herself.
All right, now you are not only speaking for your mother, because I know my mother did the same thing, and I know there are thousands of other mothers that are listening today that are just sacrificing all of their time and efforts toward their children.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing about the pageant, you had some beautiful young ladies that was in the pageant with you, and Miss Frazier and Miss Keith have called and said they are going to support you all the way. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, that's very exciting. I made a lot of friends in the pageant, and those were the two closest friends that I made, the other contestants. So I'm glad that I have their support.
You went on, and on Sunday you participated in a pageant that was really out of sight at the Alaroff Temple, number 20.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
You won $75, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I was first runner-up in the Miss Alaroff pageant, and the cash prize was $75.
And also, your Miss Black Oklahoma County also won in that pageant, won $50, and Miss Frazier won $25.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, the winner of that pageant was Miss Black Oklahoma City previously, Christina Thompson, who had won Miss Black Oklahoma City, who went to an NAACP National Convention and participated and then came back and won that pageant. And certainly, I would like to congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about your grandmother, and I'd like to talk about her because she's from Grayson, Oklahoma, Bernice Cooksey. Bernice, what was Bernice's maiden name? Do you know?
LeBlanc.
Okay, Bernice LeBlanc. She had a sister named Velma LeBlanc. Okay, have you called Kansas City and have you told Velma that you won?
No, but I believe my grandmother has called and told all of her relatives that I've won. But we have a family reunion coming up, so I'm looking forward to hearing a lot from them.
Well, you will hear a lot because that's a very, very proud family. Not only that, the Cooksey family is a very, very proud family. I know you would like to thank your Avery Chapel AME family, your Northeast family, Northeast High School family, and others for their
Yes, ma'am.
participation in your growth.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take time and do it.
Okay, I would like to thank my family, the Cooksey family. I would like to thank the Gooden family, which is my mother's side. They've all been very supportive. I would like to thank my school, Northeast High School, for supporting me financially and emotionally. I'd like to thank my job. I work in Mega Market. They work very cooperatively in helping me with the pageant and being at the places that I needed to be. And I would like to thank all my friends who do not go to my school or are not in my family but are also close friends. And I would like to thank my church, Avery Chapel, AME Church.
Okay. How about the staff that worked so hard with you on the Miss Black Oklahoma City page?
Yes, most of all, I would like to thank them because I know that it takes a lot of patience to work with teenage girls or young ladies. And they took a lot of patience and took out a lot of time to perfect a lot of the things in us, even that didn't pertain to the pageant, just lessons on life in general. They took out a lot of time to make sure that we were confident in ourselves and that we knew about ourselves and to help us improve our self-esteem and improve ourselves in general. And that goes a lot farther than just trying to help us win a pageant. So I really appreciate that.
Okay, now you're ready for the big pageant.
Yes, ma'am.
And that will be in Lawton. How do you feel? This morning I called the names of some young ladies. I think we have so far about 23 contestants, maybe 25. How do you feel about going to Lawton competing?
I'm very excited about going to Lawton. As far as I know, I haven't been to Lawton before, and so I'm very excited about going there for the first time, and the first time being with the Miss Black Oklahoma family. I hear that the people down in Lawton are very excited also to have us, so that makes it even more interesting knowing that we will be so welcomed down there to Miss Black Oklahoma family. And I'm excited to meet the different contestants that will be from all across the state of Oklahoma. So I will be meeting different people from everywhere, and I think that's going to be very exciting. I'm very confident in myself that I will be successful in this pageant and that this pageant will be successful. So knowing that I'm going down there prepared and ready to have fun, ready to be confident, and ready to be successful.
Are you ready to win?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Do you realize that if you win, you're going to have to go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at 2 weeks from that date?
Yes, ma'am, I do realize that.
Do you realize that you will have to represent Oklahoma in the National Miss Black Oklahoma America pageant?
Yes, I do, and I will be very proud to represent the great state of Oklahoma in the Miss Black America pageant.
Okay, well, I know the people in Oklahoma City are really proud of you, and you are selling tickets, and would you like to ask the people to support you now? Because tickets are going to be hard to get. I found out that we will only have 80 extra tickets after the pages, the escorts, and the contestants finish selling their tickets.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to ask the people of Oklahoma City to support me in this pageant. I'm going to represent you, and I plan to do a very excellent job in representing the city of Oklahoma City. And if you would like to see me and other contestants around the state of Oklahoma, I ask that you would please come to Lawton and buy a ticket. The tickets are $20 a piece, and that's not very expensive for the excellent show that is going to be presented. So for your benefit, I ask that you please buy a ticket because it will be a very exciting show.
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly. And one more question. Are you going to Tulsa tonight?
Yes, ma'am, I'm going to Tulsa tonight.
Okay, well, please call me after the radio show.
Okay, I will.
This is the Clara Luper radio show, and I just finished talking to your representative, my child, Tamika Cooksey. I know y'all must be jealous of me. Just think about all these beautiful young ladies that are mine. And I told the parents, I said, one thing about it, once they become Miss Black Oklahoma City and Oklahoma County, those are my children. And don't you ever forget it. We are talking now to Mrs. Gloria Matthews, who's just waiting to congratulate Miss Black Oklahoma City. Mrs. Matthews.
Good morning, Radio Land out there. I would like to congratulate Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County. Although I am also talking to you this morning to the Radio Land of Paris, the Chauncey Shardinas will preschool and nursery is looking forward to having you to enroll your children into our program for the activities that they will be having during the school break from the 17th to the 21st. We are really preparing for all they're 6 years old up to teenagers. And we are preparing activities, table games, basketball, softball, and field trips. We will have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If the children stay after 6, they will get dinner. If you want a safe environment for your children, come to the Chauncey Shardinas Preschool and Nursery, located where the activities will be for the school-age kids, 2611 Martin Luther King, 427-5274. And if you need them to come to 50th Street, we also can take them there too. It's 1643 Northeast 50th. Please start your enrollment or call in. We have extra teachers coming in, and we're really preparing for you. Thank you, and congratulations again to Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Matthews. And I need to know if you're going to Tulsa tonight. Well, Miss Matthews is gone. I just wanted to know if she was going to Tulsa tonight. It's so bizarre time in Oklahoma. It's So Bizarre time in Oklahoma. The So Bizarre will be held April the 4th and 5th. Now I want to ask you to do something for me. You know, during slavery time, if we wanted to get a message, we would get it through the grapevine. And down to Hoffman, Oklahoma, if we wanted to get a message through, we would do it through the grapevine. Yes, through the grapevine. Now, I want you to get on the telephone and tell people about the So Bizarre, April the 4th and 5th. This is the oldest minority trade and industry show in the state of Oklahoma. And we need your support. Now, I'm not playing with you. If we are going to stay in business, we're going to have your support or we'll go out of business. The tickets are only $2. It will be held at the Merritt Convention Center, April the 4th and 5th. We would like for you to participate in the So Bizarre because it's a grassroots show. It's where young people have the opportunity to participate, where senior citizens have the opportunity to participate, and we want you to help us advertise the So Bizarre. Now, you say, Clara, why aren't you advertising on television? Could you answer that question for me? Just don't have the money. But Gideon 300 store, located at 6006 South Western in Oklahoma City, would like to congratulate Miss Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County. Now, they specialize in African clothes, African arts and crafts, African groceries. Oh, I know it makes you hungry just to think about African groceries. Going back to the motherland with red pepper, oh, yams. African groceries, African arts and crafts. African clothes, 6006 South Western, southwest of 59th and Western in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The telephone number is 632-0770. Now, remember, when you go out there, tell them you heard it on the Clara Luper show. Calvin, why are you coming here frowning at me? Because I haven't said nothing about the escorts?
You're absolutely right, Mom, because there was a beautiful pageant last Saturday night there at the Days Inn, and it was a pageant of pageants. There were four outstanding, four beautiful, four talented young ladies, but then the back support, the staff, the pages and the escorts, that too was also a very, very, very highlight of the show. And those of us who were in attendance, we had a good time there. I don't know what was the best part of it, seeing the escorts in their tuxedos and their bow ties and their cummerbunds and a special type tuxedo they had, seeing them come in or watching those beautiful young pages practice on becoming contestants in the Miss Black Oklahoma and Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, and it was just an inspirational show. I enjoyed every second of it. I want to compliment all of the staff, even everybody, even Mrs. Ford, who was unable to be at the pageant, but you could see the results of her hard work that she put in before she had to leave Oklahoma City and had to be somewhere else instead of being at the pageant. But it was a beautiful show, and I'm looking forward to it. And you know, Mom, I know that in April, these same people will have an opportunity to fine-tune their talents and to fine-tune their stage presence at the Soul Bazaar. And you mentioned a little bit about the bazaar, about the trade and industry aspect of it. But then there's also a beautiful stage that you have an opportunity, the choirs, the groups, the dancers, the young people that have the poems and all of this will have an opportunity to present this to the public. And it gives everyone an opportunity to be there and be under the spotlight and to be able to be like Tamika and our Miss Black Oklahoma County and be prepared for that time when they too will be there on the stage. But you know, Mom, I didn't just come over here just to talk a little bit. I came over because I have a special record. I'm not gonna sing this week, but we're working on something. But this song goes out to our lovely Miss Black Oklahoma City and our beautiful Miss Black Oklahoma County. Don't give up.
You really made a great selection.
Mom, you know that's absolutely right. I can't help
and
but
that
make
was
great
for me
selections.
too. Don't give up.
Okay,
oh, you
don't
just
give
Kevin,
up.
you are so egotistical.
Well, Mom, sometimes you have to be, but here on the Clara Luper Radio Show, we share the egotistical feeling, but we know we have some great contestants in Miss Black Oklahoma City and Miss Black Oklahoma County, and we're looking forward to seeing them at the state, and we're looking forward to working with them to get them ready, more ready to go to the state. That's really going to be an exciting prospect.
Well, Miss Black Oklahoma City of 1996 was there, and was she beautiful? And I need to get in contact with her.
That's that beautiful
lovely.
Kimbrough young lady,
Oh,
right?
yes, Jonna Maria.
Okay. Well, Mom, you know, one of the escorts that I really enjoyed seeing at the pageant is we also have an opportunity to hear him every Saturday morning here on the Clara Luper Radio Show. And he's on the line, and he's anxious to talk with us. I don't know if he's going to talk much about his escorting experience, but I know that he's going to have something great to say, and we all look forward to talking to none other than the dynamic George Young. George,
You shouldn't say handsome.
Oh, handsome. Oh, I forgot that part. But that's a hard part to forget. George, welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show this beautiful March morning. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Good morning, Ms. Luper.
Good morning.
First of all, I would like to say congratulations to Miss Black Oklahoma City, Tamika Cooksey, and to Miss Black Oklahoma County, my friend and my big sister, Tania Austin. If you missed the pageant, you missed a treat. I had the opportunity to be an escort, and it was a great and fun experience. We as Oklahomans, and most of all African Americans, should give our 100% support to these type programs and organizations. We should take our children to witness these type programs. We should invite our entire families, friends, and associates to support programs such as this. There are people that put their heart out and put their souls into putting together this type program. When it comes to Black Americans and media attention, it always seems to show negative coverage. I challenge the media to show up with your cameras at these type of events that show African Americans in a positive light. We hope to see all of the state of Oklahoma along with the media in Lawton, Oklahoma in June. Thank you. This is George Young with As I See It.
Well, thank you, George. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and we're getting ready for the state pageant, which will be August the 14th through the 21st. Now, I want you to put that down. No, August. I'm talking about June. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about my beautiful young ladies, my handsome young men. And everybody can tell you I'm hard to work with. I just don't see why anybody would work with me. And someone called and wanted to know who was that young lady, Coco. And I want Coco to call me that was so full of life out there. And they want to know who the young man was. That was Blake Akers that led that group in. And I do hope that I can get Coco on the line. Well, there are some important announcements that I want to make, and certainly I want you to remember. And I might have to call on Miss Little John, wherever she is, to help me with an announcement about something outstanding that's happening at her church. She is so excited about it, and next week I will have the honor to have her minister on my show, and I do hope that she will call in and tell me about this important affair. The telephone number is 672-1220. Now, so many of you have called me and said, Clara, how do you think we are doing in Oklahoma? I want to ask you a question. Who is going to speak for us now in the state of Oklahoma? Somebody needs to say something. Who is going to speak for us? Thank God for Roscoe Dungy, who used to speak for us. Thank you, Jimmy Stewart, who used to speak for us. Thank you, Dr. Dow, who used to speak for us. Who's going to speak for us now? We need somebody to say something now, not tomorrow. We need somebody to say something to us now. You ask me how we doing in NACP Youth Council, we're doing our best. If you aren't supporting us, you should support the NAACP Youth Council. I had the opportunity this week to speak at Southeast High School, and I would like to thank you students for the warm reception that you gave me. But most of all, I had the opportunity to speak at a Catholic church on the northwest side of Oklahoma City. Oh, that was an experience because they gave me a subject, and I know Gladys Elliott will really laugh about this. The subject that they gave me to speak on was From Lies to the Truth about Clara Luper. Now, those white folks on the northwest side of Oklahoma City had heard a lot about Clara Luper. Now they invite me back to speak about Clara Luper. I'm going to have to tell you about that. Hello?
Oh, how you doing, Miss Luper?
Oh, I'm fine. How's my escort?
I'm fine.
One of those fabulous Miss Black Oklahoma City escorts. Here he is, our sports reporter, Brandon.
All right, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Tamika Cooksey for winning the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. And now, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Bryant bringing you your Saturday morning sports page. In the NBA, the Spurs never had a chance against the Bulls as Chicago blew them out 111-69. The Pistons started a 5-game road trip with a 92-88 victory over the Timberwolves. Kenny Anderson scored 26 points, including 6 3-pointers, and the Trailblazers made a team record 16 3-pointers as they whipped the Suns 121-99. And Karl Malone scored a game-high 20 points as the Jazz came out with a 96-65 blowout over the Mavericks. In college basketball, OSU lost to Kansas in a hard-fought battle. They lost to them 59-74, and OU defeated Colorado 55-41 in the Big 12 tournament. Also in the Big 12 tournament, Missouri beat Texas 80-75, and Iowa State lost to Kansas. And Iowa State will play Kansas tomorrow. In the WAC semifinals, Texas Christian beat Tulsa 64-59. In the SEC tournament, the NCAA champion Kentucky Wildcats whipped, and I do mean whipped, Auburn by a score of 92-40. And in the Big 12, tomorrow OU will play Missouri for a trip to the Big 12 championship game. In Big 12 women's basketball, 9th-ranked Kansas rolled past Baylor 66-54. 12th-ranked Texas rallied past Nebraska 74-68. And the Colorado Buffaloes stampeded the Iowa State Cyclones 56-39. In college baseball, Oklahoma State blew out New Mexico State 22-5. OU blew out Kansas State 23-12. And OU had 9 home runs in that game. In high school baseball, Southeast beat John Marshall 13-3. John Marshall beat Star Spencer 16-6. And Northeast defeated Millwood 15-3. And in softball, USAO beat East Central 4-1. And once again, this is Brandon Bryant bringing you your Saturday morning sports page on the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Brandon?
Yes?
You were an escort in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. Tell me about your escorting experience.
Yeah, well, my escorting experience was pretty nice. I really enjoyed it, and we got there and we got to work on our dance routine and what we was going to say. And we did a lot of practicing. And then I had fun that night because I was a little nervous at first, but I kind of got over it. So I really enjoyed myself.
Are you planning to go to Lawton?
Yes.
Do you think your grandmother's going to let you go to Lawton and stay a whole week without her?
Yes, I think she is.
Okay, well, you better go to work because that's an expensive trip.
Okay.
Well, thank you. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and I don't want you to forget that women's conference out at Reverend and Mrs. Reverend Wallace's church, and I do hope that Carolyn Littlejohn will call me and tell me about it. You know, I ask a question: who's going to speak for us now? Throughout history, we've had somebody to speak for us. Can't you remember that roaring voice of a E. Melvin Porter out on the state at the state capitol speaking for us? Do you remember Archibald Hill who spoke for us? Yes, but do you remember John B. White who spoke for us? Who's going to speak for us now? Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
Coco.
Coco. Are you the young lady that was in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant?
Yes.
How old are you, Coco?
Fine.
I say, how old are you?
6.
You're 6 years old.
Yes.
How long have you been in the pageant?
3 years.
How long?
3 years.
You've been in the pageant 3 years.
Yes.
Now, aren't you tired of being in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant?
No.
Are you planning to go to Lawton?
Yes.
Coco, can't you give up your seat and let another young lady participate this year?
No.
Why?
Because it's a great experience for me.
Are you afraid of anybody and anything?
No.
You're not afraid?
No.
Okay, I noticed your grandmother and your grandfather, your grandmothers were there, right?
Yes.
What did they say to you?
They said that I had did a great job.
Oh, really? Do you think you had done a great job?
Yes.
Okay, Coco. Well, thank you so very kindly for being on the Clara Luper radio show, and say a special hello to your grandparents for me, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes. But let me tell you something. Who's going to speak for us now? Well, I know who's not going to speak for us, and I will tell you as soon as I talk to Rice. Hello? Hello?
How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm fine this morning.
That's good. My name is Myron Rice, and I would like to congratulate Tamika Cooksey for a job well done. And she's making all her friends proud, especially the friends of the Oklahoma City Youth Council. And also, I would like to tell Brandon Bryan, a classmate of mine, and Star Spencer, to keep up the good work.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
And we want to get you involved, too, because the AXO program is coming on, and we need you, and it will be during the Soul Bazaar. And would you tell 5 more people about the Soul Bazaar?
I'm sorry. I'm glad Brandon got on the air because I wanted to be an escort in any pageant I could be an escort in, but I didn't know who to call. That's one reason why I was calling. But now I know who to talk to.
Okay, well, you can talk to Brandon. But the final analysis comes through Clara Luper.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
Who's going to speak for us now? I had the opportunity to be a part of a committee that went out to meet with the Black Caucus and the governor of the state of Oklahoma. At that time, one of our representatives told us that no money was appropriated for the Human Rights Commission. And we went in the governor's office, and the governor shocked all of us and told us that the Human Rights Commission had not asked for additional funds for this year. Well, that was not enough for me, so I wanted to know who's on all of these commissions in Oklahoma. I know that we have over 247 commissions. So today I want you to get out your pencil and go along with me. In the teachers' retirement system in the great state of Oklahoma, there are 8 members on the commission, and they are all white. In the teachers' retirement system, they are all white. There are 6 white males, 1 white female, and 1 Indian. No blacks. On the Teacher Preparation Commission, there are 8 whites, no blacks. Who's going to speak for us now? On the Teachers Retirement System Fiscal Health Task Force, 4 whites, no blacks. On the textbook committee, and I wondered why I couldn't get my books in the schools in Oklahoma. On that textbook committee, we have 14 people. We have 13 whites and 1 black. We have a black female out of Tulsa, Juanita Williams. I'm talking about in Oklahoma. Who's going to speak for us now?
Mom, I know who's going to speak for us.
Who?
I know who's going to speak for us, and I know it's going to be someone that has something definite to say, and one of our elected representatives. But let's come back to that a little bit, because we have on line 2 a young person that's calling from long distance that has to talk to you.
Okay,
right now
I'm
this
ready.
morning.
I'm ready.
And then we have a call on line 1.
Hello.
And we're going to find out who's going to speak for us.
now. Okay, hello?
Hello, Miss Luper?
Yes.
Yes, this is Carolyn Little John, and I'm calling in regard to our women's conference. We're excited, very excited, as we anticipate this powerful move of God in our upcoming 3rd annual women's conference. And this will be at the Praise Assembly, Full Gospel Ministries, 3400 East Reno, on the corner of Reno and Scott in Dale City. The hostess and the conference director will be our own Pastor Fannie Wallace. The theme of this conference is Arise, Shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon them. Women of God, it is time for you to take control of all of your circumstances in the name of Jesus. And if you come expecting, you will receive. We have class topics in Arise in Praise, Arise in the Spiritual Warfare, and Arise in the Word. And this is for not only the women, but the teenage girls. So we would like for you to call for information at 677-3553, Ms. Luper.
Well, thank you so very kindly. I'm so happy to have gotten in contact with you.
Yes, and thank you.
Yeah, thanks for calling, Carolyn. Carolyn's on the highway there going to a conference somewhere. But thanks for pulling over. But then on line 1, we have Mrs. Hunter.
Well, who's going to speak for us now?
That is the question. I think all of us need to stop now and take time, look in our mirrors, look around
Who's
us,
gonna
and
speak for us now?
try to determine who is going to speak for us.
I've been trying for the past years to get some toilets on the turnpike. But on the turnpike authority, you have you have 7 whites, not 1 black. If we had a black
Well, maybe
on that,
they don't travel the turnpike.
they do travel. We're going to travel that in a few minutes.
And
Tourism and Recreation Commission, we have 9 whites, no blacks. Lady? Hello?
Hello?
Lady?
Yes?
Who's going to speak for us now? We
Well,
don't have no
Mrs.
blacks on no commissions.
Well, Mrs. Luper, you know, we'll keep the faith and we're going to live in hope because the Lord said he'll not leave us alone. He will not leave us comfortlessly. So the Lord's going to send us somebody. So we're going to keep working on it. And
well, see,
it will come through.
I don't think the people in Oklahoma realize how many of these commissions had no blacks, like the Veterans Commission, 9 people on it, all white males. The Vocational and Technical Education Board, 7 whites, no blacks.
Well, Mrs. Luper, you know, we're going that far, but I need to come a little closer to home.
Okay.
Because I'm wondering what's happening to the school's equity committee. You know, we don't have that this year because they do not want us to get into those schools and find out what's going on. Now, we do have a few blacks on that committee, but I'm finding out they're not going to let us get on there, and it's because they don't want us to tell it like it is.
They don't want to meet. On the Nursing Home Administration Board, 13 people. 13 whites, no blacks, and I know
you know what? We're going to go out there and tell them we want to be on one of those commissions. That's what we're going to do.
I don't want to be on the commission, but I want our people. We got plenty qualified people to be on these commissions.
Somebody's qualified names out there because they say, "Oh, I didn't know no one. Oh, I didn't know this."
Well,
one.
I don't think.
Now,
let me tell you something. Now, I think that all those people out there on those big salaries, all of the media they have, I think they could do it. And I just want the public, and I'm going to finish telling you about it next week. But in the meantime, go on and talk, lady.
Right, because I want to congratulate all of the people who attended the pageant on last Saturday night, because it was terrific. It was really dynamic. And that's one of the most electrifying pageants that I think that we've had in a long time.
But be sure and thank Elnora Douglas, who created that little cute song.
Oh, right here.
Okay.
That song that they sang after the grand entrance on a celebration, that was really out of sight. In fact, about it, Mrs. Luper, I can't name one thing that was out of sight because the whole program was out of sight. And if you weren't there, you really missed the treat. I'm going to congratulate the girls who hung in there, because we have a lot of stumbling blocks, but you just pray and ask the Lord, say, if I can't go over it, just show me a path to go around. So I'm just happy for those who hung in there and had the strength to go around the stumbling blocks that they felt was in their way. Because this is life. This is life. But they were beautiful girls, and we had a beautiful show. And I will be looking forward to seeing the two winners in Lawton. And that is going to be.
Will you be going to Lawton, Oklahoma this year to participate?
I'm going to Lawton, Oklahoma. That's right. I plan to be there in flying colors, because I want to meet all of the girls from all over the state. And I've been trying to talk about my hometown, but I'm going to work on my hometown.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Because I haven't gotten a girl.
Where are you from?
From my hometown.
I'd be ashamed to be from my hometown. Just think, we have Cooks' family on our mother's side from Grayson and Hoffman, and then Wallace's family from Wellston is from Grayson and Hoffman, and we will be representing.
Y'all just find something to fuss about there. But
lady, I'm not fussing.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to tell you that I went to a white church this past week and had the opportunity to speak on a subject that I love. The truth about Clara Luper.
Well, I'm sure you told them the truth.
I told them the truth about Clara Luper. I've never gotten so many hugs and kisses in all my life.
Isn't that wonderful?
I told
hugs and kisses are not out of style?
No, not out to that Catholic church on Grove Street. I think it's 5204 North Grove Street. It was a wonderful experience for me, and I would like to thank Father Gallatin, Father Sadberry, and all of the staff out there. And the people that came out to hear me talk about Clara Luper. And I began to tell them about Hoffman, Oklahoma, and Grayson, Oklahoma, and the experience that I'd had in a segregated society. Lady, it's an election coming up, the city council election. You saw Ron Summer, who was at the Miss Black Oklahoma city pageant, and Ron said he's running. He's running for the city council. Somebody asked him if he was running against Willie Johnson. He said, no, I'm running for that seat. And you're right, Ron. That seat belongs to the people. And next week I will have you to listen at Ron Summers and Willie Johnson. And I want you to make a decision who you're going to vote for in this important election. And I think everybody should get out and vote.
You're absolutely right, Mom.
And then I'm going to still say we're going to have, the Lord's going to send us someone.
Lady, you sound so religious this morning. But I know one thing. I heard a preacher tell this, say that was a garden, and somebody said, oh, your garden's looking so good this year. Said, Lord's really blessing you. And that preacher said, the Lord didn't bless me until I got out there and cut down those weeds.
Well, that is right. The Lord will bless you if you get something done. They say, well, the Lord said it can happen. The Lord ain't done anything for me. The Lord has given us everything.
Yeah,
what do we want him to do? Bring it and put it in a platter and put it on our table so I sit down and eat?
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to have to let y'all go because I got...
Mom, don't let me go yet because I have something very important.
You can't sing today, and a lot of people want you to sing your birthday song. You can't sing by yourself.
I can sing by myself, but my bucket needs a little extra help to carry with it.
But that's all right, Karen. If your mother do not enjoy your singing, but I sure appreciate you singing happy birthday to me in February. Because your birthday too, wasn't it?
Right. That was one reason my voice was so
good. That was a lovely tune for you to sing for us on our birthday in February.
All right. We got a special
thank
reason
you
to
to all
be
of you,
So was
and
George Washington,
I'm
the
a big-
slave owner's birthday in February. Later, I got to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye.
Back to Calvin.
Right, Mom. You know, the question that we need to solve and the question that we need to try to answer this morning, some kind of way, is really who is going to speak for us. I see the list of people that you have there that are on the different boards that the governor has appointed, the boards that have a governing and an official capacity here in our state, and the number of blacks, the number of Indians, the number of women on these boards is really surprising. Who is going to speak for the minority? How are we going to get our minority representation out there? Do you have any idea? You've taught history. You've lived here in Oklahoma, in Oklahoma City. You know, and I know you know the answer to the question.
Well, I think
can
what we
speak
need.
for us?
Well, I think we need to invite our senator and our representatives out here, and I would like to invite our representatives out here to tell us why we don't have blacks on the majority of the committees.
Well, how do you get on the board?
You're appointed by the governor of the state of Oklahoma
And
with
that's
the
recommended?
recommendation of the senator, and sometimes the representatives whisper to the governor. Now, it's quite interesting. You blacks that are on those committees, don't just sit there. Say something. You call us out here and let us know what's going on. Because when you look at the committees, and even the wheat commission, we don't have a black person on the wheat commission. You say, Clara, we don't have blacks raising wheat. You don't know what we have.
What about that job that Harold Roberts is doing on the city maps? You think he's representing the minority side of that?
I'm not talking about the city now. I'm talking about the state.
Okay.
And I will get to the city next week when I will have two people out here who wants to be your representative. Now, the big question is, who will speak for us now? I know one thing. I spoke with you this morning and told you that as far as the state boards, we are nowhere. As I look at the clock on the wall, I know I'm going to have to say goodbye to you. And I've had the opportunity to speak to hundreds of you during the past week, and I've said the same story. Stay out of trouble. Don't steal anything from anybody. And for all of you people out there, you children, you stop going around breaking into people's houses. We have a little 15-year-old boy now that was killed this week. And don't forget, I told you to leave the cheese of stealing alone, leave the cheese of drugs alone, leave the cheese of hatred alone, and pick up love, education, Christianity. This is Clara Luper saying that I'm on my way to Tulsa, Oklahoma to participate in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant where Miss Black America will be performing tonight. Those of you that want tickets to the state pageant, please call the contestants, the staff, and be sure and call Eleanor Douglas and tell her how much you enjoyed that opening number.